You tapped on something though that I didn't even prepare for, but I want to go into it. Um, Traffic stop traumas,
Ooh,
right?
goodness.
Um, that is a big thing. As you know, I started the business in LA called California Ticketmasters, and that was one of my main focuses because I know that we get caught up in those traffic stops the most. California has writes the most traffic tickets in the country. So usually those traffic tickets are written more between the red lines, if you know what I mean, in the hood. I'll give you one for me, and then I'm gonna ask you for the same thing. The most traumatic traffic stop I think I've ever had. I was in my neighborhood going to a friend's house, and I was crossing the block, and I saw the police on the next block going in the same direction. They looked at me as I crossed the street, as I drove across. I just knew they were coming. So I drove and I went to my boy house. I parked and I tried to hurry up and get out. Like they couldn't get me because I was in the car. So I got out the car. But as soon as I got the car, walking to the door, they pulled up with guns drawn. Tried to make me get on my knees. I was like, nah, I ain't doing all that. They tried to get rough and tried to throw me up against the gate. By this time, about three or four other cops cars and showed up. My homeboy's mother's coming out the house screaming, "Leave him alone! This is his neighborhood." The next door neighbors are coming out, but mind you, they all got guns drawn. They ran my name, and they couldn't find anything except for child support at the time. So they found child support on me and took my car.
Damn.
That one incident, it was a bunch of them, but it was kind of like leading up to that one incident. That's what made me open that business. Because when I figured out how to fight that ticket and I actually beat them at it, I was like, that's it. I'm telling everybody I know about this. I want to know what kind of trauma did you experience? Because to this day, like you said, most black men, we see the police behind us, stomach drop. We get nervous. We can be the toughest gangster, the toughest dude we want to be anywhere else. But when we see those red lights, we have a whole different energy shift. What was one of your situations, most traumatic stops in LA area?
Did you know that 98% of all traffic tickets issued end in conviction? Even if you hire a lawyer. Once convicted, you can end up with points on your driving record. Your insurance rates are going to shoot through the roof. Oh, and don't forget about the fine. If you don't pay the fine, your license gets suspended. So, are you ready to dodge the charge? Then you must do something different. Get the facts on how to properly contest your traffic ticket. Go to ticketfacts.com right now. Tickets like speeding tickets, suspended license ticket, cell phone tickets, insurance tickets, registration tickets, anything with a ticket, you can beat it. Want to dodge the charge? Then go to ticketfacts.com. That's ticketfacts.com or call 866-932-9008. That's 866-932-9008. We share the facts because we've been where you're at. So click or call now.
Man, it was so many, from the time that I was in high school. I probably in my 20s, I didn't have a license because they would not allow me to have one. And I was pretty bad with my tickets and shit. I was just right. I didn't really care at the time because that's the energy that they put on me. Cause I'm like, man, you giving me this ticket for no reason. Like you ain't even pulled me over for no traffic violation. You just giving me a ticket. And so a lot of the times they were fix-it tickets, like fix a ticket. Your tail light is out. Well, I bought my first car as an 85 Chevy Blazer. I got in a car accident and it fucked up my electrical system. So I couldn't have tail lights. So because that was my only vehicle and I couldn't have tail lights, boy, that shit whipped my ass for years after that because all them fix it tickets and everything that went along with that, I couldn't fix it. But I had my car. It was like, nah, you got to get so, that's one thing that I hate. Poverty. We we charge more for people who are in poverty, right?
Mhm.
So that keeps people oppressed. But the police, man, how many times I got pulled over so many times, it's ridiculous. I've gotten pulled over to where the sheriff was in front of my house and was like, "Yo, Alfred." Tell me about my government name. What the fuck you? Yeah, they wasn't pulling me over, but they was telling me, "We know that you don't have a license right now, and this and that, and you gonna take care of that?" And I was just thinking, like, damn, man,
This is at your house?
this is in front of my house. This is in front of my house. I had just pulled up.
Oh, okay.
Sheriff, he knew me by my name. No, I didn't know this motherfucker. I didn't know him. I mean, they've been following me. They probably ran my shit, whatever the case. I think, uh, I've been held at gunpoint uh, several times. I think it's two times that stick out, right?
Mhm.
One time specifically, I was in Compton. My mom and dad had just moved into Compton. We lived in Compton over a decade, 12 years, right? And so I me and my girlfriend are driving to my mom's house. We just got a new vehicle. She's about to go to the military, right? She had just been accepted into the Navy, and she was gone. She's about to go. Um, so she has a military ID at this point. She's about to deploy any day. She's been accepted. I got a brand new red Navigator, and I'm driving through the Pocket Hood in Compton, where we just moved
Inglewood?
into. You know what I'm saying? From Inglewood to Pocket Hood, I'm to the Pocket. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, uh, um, I'm driving through the Pocket, and I'm going one way, and the sheriff is going this way, and it was
Busting
that
you.
feeling. It was that feeling. It was like, oh yeah, they coming. But we on such a small street, you just can't bust a U. Like you got to go down to the corner, find a cool little spot, and do the whole thing. And so I'm going one way. It's like a school right here. It's an alley. Like the Pocket is the Pocket because you can't just drive through. It's one of these things, and then you get caught in the pocket, and So anyway, I drive through. I'm coming down. I pass my mom's house, who lives on the corner. I have to make a left turn in front of her house. I go
Mhm.
down to the next block to make a U-turn so I can park in front of her house.
Mhm.
But before I can make my U-turn, the sheriffs had lights. They were T-boning me, and they hopped out. It's the middle of the night. It's about 9, 10 o'clock at night. Like, damn, what did I do? Because I'm thinking like we were just driving law-abiding citizens. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on right now? And yeah, hop out the whole nine. They stretch us, lay us down the whole thing. They finally get to my girl because she's still in the car. They're doing that to me, right?
Mhm.
Get in, da, 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 the whole nine, handcuffs. But okay, I'm angry. I'm triggered. I'm not a nice person to talk to right now. You've completely violated my rights, my freedoms, my liberties. I'm not happy. I'm talking smart, you know, because I know I'm in the right. But in those type of scenarios, we've seen you can't be the judge, jury, and the defendant on the street, and you don't want to hold court there either. Um, so they're talking to my girlfriend. They go over to her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm in the military." And it was, you're a serviceman. Oh, cool. They start talking about that, whatever. Well, what you doing with him? That's what they asked her, you know. And then the other guard, I hear that, right? I'm talking to the other cop. The other cop was like, "You know where you at?" Yeah, I'm pulling up to my mom's house. My mom lives here because my address didn't say it. It's just you because you're not from around here. Like, you know where you at? You better ask your mom and daddy where you at, because we don't play that around here. Da, 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 da. That's how they play me.
Mhm.
I was like, damn, this is remnant of those sheriff gangs that they were talking about. That's how they pressed me. It felt like I was getting, you know,
Banged on.
banged on, literally, straight like that. We made it out of that thing. They let me go because it was nothing. There was no ticket. There was nothing. I can't imagine. I can't even count on my hands how many times I've been pulled over, harassed, basically assaulted, verbally, mentally, physically, and
Financially.
let go without even a ticket. You know what I'm saying? It was just that's the trauma that we experienced. So now when I see, but now I got a different relationship with the police because now I'm producing festivals in the city, right? And the police I'm have to deal with the police day to day on my festival. So now the relationship I have with law enforcement is a lot different than the one that I had growing up. But I never forget, this is us while not in a vehicle. This is us while actually working on a project because they're different cops. They have a different disposition. They're regular people. It feels like they're human and we can connect and laugh and joke and relate on things. And then like there are those cops who feel like they're after us because the energy is different.